Swimming League opens its second season here in Budapest at the Duna Arena. Tonight, 4 teams get their campaigns underway, with the reigning 2019 ISL champions Energy Standard facing a trio of teams from across the US. This is ISL 2020 and it starts right now. We'll get our first look tonight at the #1 rated swimmer in the league, Cali Condor's Caleb Dressel, who set a world record last year in the 50-metre free. Also in action, the 2019 ISL season MVP, Sarah Sjöström, who not only will try to repeat her outstanding performance from last year, but also leads Energy Standard and their title defence. Hello and welcome to ISL 2020. I'm Jenny Drummond and alongside me, 5-time Olympian Mark Foster. Mark, you were here for 2019, back for 2020. What on earth can we expect?
You can expect a lot of fast swimming. I mean, these guys obviously didn't have the Olympic Games this summer, so they've been gearing up and getting ready for this. Last time there was 8 teams. This time there's 10. There's another team from Japan, another team from Canada, and I think we've got the best swimmers in the world in one pool over 5 weeks. It's going to be exciting.
What kind of form can we expect from them? Because it's been a tough year. There haven't been any swimming competitions at all, but now they're ready to get in the pool.
I think that's it. They're just ready. I think the thing is, swimmers like getting wet, and they've all been swimming in different ways. Some of them haven't swam for a certain period of time. Others have been swimming in lakes. Others have been swimming in endless pools. But they've all done what they can do to keep themselves in shape, and hopefully they're going to bring some good form into this competition. I'm
sure they will indeed. Well, let's take a little look at the rules, because there certainly are a few. There are 10 teams, 24 athletes each per competition, with 2 swimmers per team in each event. Points are earned for a team based on placing in every race. It goes from 9 for the winner, then 7, then 6, etc. The top 4 teams advance to the grand final, and one champion will be crowned at the end of the season on the 22nd of November. We cannot wait for that, and we cannot wait for the action of today. Here is a look at the schedule now. Those first 2 races, the 100-metre butterfly. We have the top 2 ranked swimmers in ISL and back-to-back races there, and finishing the day, the 4x100-metre medley relay. That is going to be very exciting, because the winner of that gets to decide what stroke will be swum on the skins race tomorrow. Now, I just mentioned the top 2 ranked swimmers, Caleb Dressel and Sarah Sjöström. Sjöström got the MVP last season. Do you think Caleb Dressel is going to be like, nah, it's my turn?
Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, it's only one of these competitions where men and women can compete against each other. And Sarah Sjöström last year, I think 243 points, and Caleb Dressel got 240. So they go in similar events and similar relays and in the skins if they're chosen. So it's going to be interesting to see the male world's best swimmer against the female world's best swimmer.
Indeed. Well, a rival to Caleb Dressel is certainly going to be Chad Leclos. We're very interested to see what he's going to come up with, because he's spent quarantine in South Africa, then came to Turkey to train with Sarah Sjöström, his co-team captain. What can we expect from him?
You'll get someone that's going to fight. No matter what shape he is in, no matter what he's done, he's always one of these people that gets on the block and he won't be like, what haven't I done? It's like, no, I'm here. I've got no excuses. And he's somebody that always performs, and he'll be going head-to-head against Caleb Dressel. And last time there was hundreds between them.
It really was close indeed. And someone last year who was in incredible form, other than the swimmers we've already mentioned, is Lily King. She was undefeated, the only swimmer to be undefeated in 2019 ISL. She won 16 from 16. Do we think pressure this year, or she's just going to outperform everyone once again?
I think she'll outperform everyone once again. But the thing is, it's one of those things, when you're there and you're undefeated, you're there to be beaten, right? She's not been beaten. She doesn't want to be beaten. And the interesting thing is, when I chatted to her earlier, and I've spoke to her numerous times before, she's behind it. She's kind of quite quiet, but put her on the block, she is an absolute animal.
She morphs into someone else. But could Bria Larson cause some trouble on the run of Lily King this year?
I think she could do. I think that's why Energy Standard have brought her in. They didn't have good breaststrokers last year. They've brought her in to reinforce their team, to make it stronger. We might hear from James Gibson. He might be able to tell you a little bit more than I can. But anyone that can challenge Lily and make it into a good competitive race, good on them.
Well, earlier on, Mark, you actually got to speak to Lily King, so let's hear her thoughts on ISL 2020.
Pleased to be here. Looking forward to getting going.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can't remember the last time I've gone 7-8 months without racing, so definitely feels a little weird to be back, but very good.
And what have you been up to? What were you doing in lockdown?
Oh, geez. I actually only had a week off of swimming. We made it work and found pools kind of all over where I train, and we were driving, upwards an hour and a half every day both ways, just to get pool time. So I was pretty lucky in that sense. But yeah, just kind of been getting back to training, and just started training again with my full team a couple weeks ago. So yeah.
And did I hear right, you were swimming in a lake at one point?
I was. I was swimming in a pond in the middle of April, so it was pretty cold. It was not my favorite thing, I'm not gonna lie.
So what kind of shape do you bring into this? Are you feeling your speed in the water at the moment?
Yeah, honestly feeling pretty good. Took our kind of lockdown quarantine time to get better in areas that I don't normally have time to focus on. So once I started kind of forming those habits during lockdown, I was able to transfer that into my normal training day. So yeah, feeling pretty good, and well, who knows what's going to happen today? We'll see.
Well, swimming in a pond does not seem too fun, but I tell you what is fun is it's now time to join our commentary team for the first time. Bernie Gunther and Rowdy Gaines. Guys, how excited are you for ISL 2020 to kick off?
Well, Jenny, we can't wait to get it started. And Roddy, a little more about Lily King. She may be the ultimate game changer this season in ISL 2020. That's because the winner of the 4x100 medley relay, they picked the skins. So you could have Lily King lead your relay, and then you could put her in the breaststroke skins. It could be a big difference maker for the Cali Condors this year.
I literally was just going through that with my notes, looking at that medley relay, Bernie, because without question, it is the single most important event because of those skins. So Lily King could be a big factor. But I'll get back to what you were saying, Mark, a couple minutes ago. We just don't know. I mean, here's Lily swimming in a pond, lake, whatever you want to call it, and then so many other swimmers didn't skip a beat, and then others were out for a long time, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the interesting thing on pool deck and talking to the coaches and swimmers. No one really knows what form these guys are going to be in, so that buzzer goes.
But right now, the thing that we know, Jenny, is that nobody has beaten energy standards since they began the ISL a year ago. We'll see if that changes this weekend.
We will see if that changes indeed. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great call today on day one of match one. And talking of energy standard, I'd like to welcome in head coach of the defending champions, James Gibson. James, it's great to have you with us. Undefeated last year, back here for 2020. You feeling confident?
Yeah, we got a very good team. Like as Mark said earlier, we brought in a lot of new additions. We lost quite a few of great athletes. We lost 2 Olympic champions in the recruitment drive back in the early part of the year. But no, I'm quite happy and I'm quite confident with the team we've got. But actually, we're only the 3rd ranked team on the rating points. It's interesting to see London at the top, Cali 2nd, and we're 3rd. But that's how it was last year. We had to win on our strategy. I've got a great support staff in Tom Rushton and the guys that work hard behind the scenes and good tacticians. So, we're focusing on the relays, we're focusing on the skins, and this new event, a new system, picking the skins, is going to change the game, but I've covered myself off, so I'm pretty happy.
Have you done your homework then?
Oh, absolutely. That's all we've been doing. We've had enough time, haven't we? We've had enough time throughout this year, and like I said, everyone's in different shape, everyone's in a different place, but to be honest, that all stops today. No one cares. We can complain all you like, you didn't train or did train, but ultimately it's about racing and get your hand on the wall first. And my guys are good. I'm happy with how they've presented themselves here. Some of them need a little bit of work, but others are looking actually better than ever, which is great.
And how is it when because you've got swimmers from all over the world that come into your team, how is it getting them together?
Well, I've got 20 different nations. So the way I run my team is that we respect individuality. We don't do any forced fun. We don't do any sort of college cheerleading type things and dances. We respect individuality because they all come from different areas of the world. So what we do is we just ask them what they need and we provide that way. The best way to get a team together, honestly, is winning. And we see that last year, and we're just going to do our best. But Cali look awesome this year. They do look awesome with the jackpot rule. Caleb's going to be stealing points off other people all the way through. So really, to be honest, it's one of those things. It's so unpredictable. But we just got to focus on our job in hand, and I'm looking forward to getting going.
And what about bringing Bria Larson into your squad? Because last year you struggled a little bit with the breaststroke side of things. How much is she going to be a force this year?
It's huge. It's huge. It covers off the skins. So, if Cali win the medley relay tonight, they're obviously going to choose breaststroke. But I've got 2 great breaststroke girls, or 3. I've actually got 3. Benedetta Palato, 15-year-old sensation from Italy, has come into our team last minute. Bria Larson, Imogen Clark. So I've got that event covered. I'm happy and I'm confident that whatever is thrown at us, we can react quite well and we can deal with that.
Because I'm guessing ultimately with this competition, it is about, you've got your stars, but it's about your strength and depth within your squad.
No, absolutely. And you know what? Everyone's got their own story in ISL. So last year we won by 7-8 points. We won the London Derby by 5 points. We won Naples by 3 points. So every point matters. So even the guys that were swimming and getting 1 point for the team, 2 points for the team, they've got their individual story. We couldn't win the meet without the 32 or 28 swimmers that we've got. And especially over this 6 weeks period, we're going to get illness. We know that. We're going to get injuries. You know, we've already lost one swimmer before she got here, Femke. She put it on social media. She's a great swimmer, but she'll be in with the group soon. But it's going to be like that. So we need that depth. And I think that's going to be the same for every squad. How the managers and the coaches do their team selections, resting people, bringing people in. But the good ones all want to swim because they want that MVP.
It's so funny how competitive it is, and I'm sure from you as well. James Gibson, defending champion, head coach of Energy Standard, all the best for this meet. We're really excited to see all of your swimmers compete. Thank you for spending the time to come on.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Good luck.
Good one.
Well, we're not far away from ISL 2020 beginning. And Mark, your final thoughts ahead of this meet, because we have 3 of the top 4 teams coming up.
It's a big evening. I mean, the bottom line is, and we know the point system, 4 for the winning team, then 3, then 2, then 1. You know, you don't want to come last. 1 point puts you on the back foot. You want to be winning. You want to get your team on a roll, so to speak. And it's all about that positive energy. But there's all the big swimmers coming out, and I just want to see them put on a really good show for us.
I'm sure there'll be an absolutely fantastic show because, as I said, 3 of the 4 top teams. Let's remind ourselves of the schedule. Oh my goodness, those first races, 100-meter butterfly is going to be absolutely fantastic. It is ISL 2020. Don't go anywhere because it is coming up next.